Have you ever looked up at the night sky and seen a big glowing circle shining back at you? That's the moon, Earth's closest neighbor in space. Today we're blasting off on an exciting adventure to learn what the moon is made of, how big it is, fun facts about it, how it affects us here on Earth, and the amazing phases it goes through. So grab your space helmet and imagination, and let's peel back the facts about the moon. The moon is a giant ball of rock that orbits, or travels around, the Earth. Its surface is covered in dusty gray sand, rocky ground, and deep holes called craters, made long ago by space rocks crashing into it. The moon is a natural satellite, and it travels around the Earth at an average speed of about 2,288 miles per hour. Even though the moon moves fast, it still takes about 27 days to go all the way around Earth once. That's almost a whole month. The moon has no air, no weather, and no plants or animals. That means no wind, no rain, no clouds, and no sound. If you shouted on the moon, no one would hear you. The surface is extremely dry and very hot during the day, then freezing cold at night. Without air to hold in heat, temperatures change more than anywhere on Earth. The moon looks big in the sky, but it's much smaller than Earth. About 4 moons could fit across Earth's width. Even though it shines brightly, the moon doesn't make its own light. Sunlight reflects or bounces off its surface and reaches our eyes. The moon is shaped like a sphere, just like Earth, even though it sometimes looks like a curved slice. No matter what it looks like in the sky, the moon is always round. The moon has a powerful effect on Earth, especially through tides. Tides are the rising and falling of ocean water. The moon's gravity pulls on Earth, and that pull makes ocean water bulge out and rise, creating high tide. When the pull is weaker on an area, the water lowers, creating low tide. Without the moon, Earth's tides would be much smaller. Many ocean animals depend on tides to find food, stay safe, and build their homes. Tides help shape beaches and coastlines, so the moon plays an important role in keeping our oceans healthy. Could we live without the moon? Life on Earth could still exist, but our world would be very different. Nights would be much darker without moonlight. Earth might spin faster, making our days shorter. Ocean tides would shrink, changing how sea creatures survive. The moon also helps keep Earth steady as it spins, which helps create stable seasons. We could survive, but Earth wouldn't feel the same at all. Have you noticed the moon looks different on different nights? Sometimes it's a thin curve, sometimes half a circle, and sometimes a big glowing ball. These changing shapes are called the phases of the moon. The moon doesn't actually change shape. What changes is how much sunlight we see reflecting off of it as it orbits Earth. A new moon happens when the side facing us is dark. A waxing crescent is a small curved slice of light. A first quarter moon looks like half a circle. A waxing gibbous is when the moon looks almost full. A full moon is when the entire side facing Earth is lit. It's a big round circle in the sky. A waning gibbous appears as the lit part begins to shrink. The last quarter moon is another half circle. Finally, the waning crescent becomes a thin slice before turning into a new moon again. This cycle repeats every month, and if you look up each night, you can watch the moon move through its beautiful phases. Sometimes the moon appears in special ways, and people give it fun names. A blue moon doesn't actually turn blue. It happens when there are 2 full moons in 1 month, which is rare. That's why people say, once in a blue moon, when something doesn't happen very often. A red moon, also called a blood moon, happens during a total lunar eclipse. This is when Earth moves between the sun and the moon, and Earth's shadow falls across the moon. Even though direct sunlight is blocked, a little bit of sunlight bends around Earth and shines on the moon. As the light passes through Earth's atmosphere, it turns red or orange. It's safe to look at a lunar eclipse. and it's one of the most amazing sights in the night sky. There are other special moons too, like the supermoon, which looks bigger and brighter because the moon is closer to Earth in its orbit. There is the harvest moon, which is the full moon closest to the first day of fall. People have named these special moons for thousands of years. An eclipse happens when the sun, earth, and moon line up in a special way, causing shadows in space. There are two kinds of eclipses, solar eclipses and lunar eclipses. A solar eclipse has the word solar in it, which means sun. A solar eclipse happens when the moon moves in front of the sun and casts a shadow on Earth. For a few minutes, the sky can look dark like evening, even though it's daytime. A solar eclipse is rare because the sun, moon, and Earth have to line up perfectly. A total solar eclipse happens when the moon completely covers the sun. A partial solar eclipse happens when only part of the sun is covered. Solar eclipses don't happen very often in the same place. A total eclipse might not return to a specific city for hundreds of years. And remember, you must never look directly at the sun during a solar eclipse, unless you are wearing special eclipse glasses. A lunar eclipse has the word lunar in it, which means moon. A lunar eclipse happens when Earth moves between the sun and the moon, blocking the sunlight. Earth's shadow falls on the moon, and the moon can turn red or orange during a total lunar eclipse. This is the same event people call a blood moon. Lunar eclipses are safe to look at with your eyes because you are not looking directly at the sun. Lunar eclipses happen more often than solar eclipses, usually at least twice a year, but you can only see them when it is nighttime where you live, and the moon is in the right position. The moon takes about 27 days to orbit Earth. That's almost one whole month, and the word month actually comes from the word moon. The moon always shows us the same side because it spins just slowly enough to match its orbit. Astronauts first walked on the moon in 1969 during Apollo 11. Their footprints are still there today because there's no wind or rain to wash them away. 12 people have walked on the moon all between 1969 and 1972. Who's next? Thanks for moonwalking with Orange U Smart Learning. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another adventure. Until next time, keep exploring. And remember, peel back the facts, one lesson at a time.